We continue now at the top of Daf Tesam and Vezim Meseches Yoma. This is Yoma Daf 9b. The Gemara here is continuing a statement of Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan says the children of Eli did not commit actual Gilei Arayos. Rather, all they did was Shesho Es Kinein. They delayed the bird offerings which women would bring. Rashi over here says, Shesho Es Kinein Shayumevios Bimlosi Mele Das and Litar Lechel Bekachim. The women would bring the nests, meaning the bird karbanos, after the conclusion of giving birth in order to purify themselves, in order to eat kachim, and they would be lazy, they wouldn't bring it right away. The women would stay there until the carbon was brought, and it would delay them from returning to their husbands, and that would be mevatel the women from Periya Veribia. So that's actually what the children of Eli would do, but the Gemara says, Mia, nevertheless, the Torah considers it as if they lay with those women, meaning as if they committed the actual sin of Gilei Arayos. So that is the first sin that caused the destruction of Shiloh. And the second one is Bizayin Kachim, the degradation of Kachim. And that's also learned from a pasuk by the children of Eli. Tichsiv, like the pasuk says, Gam B'terem Yaktir Netzachelev, Uvonar HaKohen, V'Emer Lish HaZovech, Tena Basar Litzlos LaKohen, V'lo Yikach Mimcha Basar Mevushal Kim Chai. The Kohen would say, before we burn the Chelev on the Mizbech, I want you to give me the meat. Vayomer Elav Ha'ish, and the man would say, first let's burn the chaylev, then take what you want. V'yomar lo, and the Kohen would say, Ki atot titen, give it right now. V'im lo lakachti b'chazaka, and if not, I'm going to take it by force. V'atichatas hanorim gedola ma'od, as penei Hashem, ki niatzu anoshim, as minchas Hashem. It says that this was a great sin before Hashem. This is the degradation of Kachim again, that was part of the cause of the destruction of Shiloh. And the Gemara continues at the two dots, Mikdash Rishon mibnei Machorav. Why was the first Beis HaMikdash destroyed? Mibnei Gimel Devarim Shayubo, because of the following three sins. Avodah Zarah, v'Gilei Arayos, u'Shvichas Damim. Avodah Zarah, and Gilei Arayos, and murder. Avodah Zarah, Dichsiv Avodah Zarah, as the pasuk says, Ki Kotzer Hamatzah Me'estareya. The bed is too short for stretching. And the Gemara says, My Kotzer Hamatzah Me'estareya. What exactly does this pasuk mean? What do you mean the bed is too short? Amar Rabbi Yonasan says, Kotzer Matzah Zeh Me'estarer Olav Shnei Reim Ke'echad. This bed is too small that it should have two reim dominating within it. Meaning the point is, you can't have both HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the Avodah Zarah and the idols, because you had Avodah Zarah in the times of the Beis HaMikdash, it can't contain both of them. That's why it was destroyed. That's the reference to Avodah Zarah. Now the pasuk over here continues, V'hamasechot Sarah Keskanes. Masechet, the cover, is too small for the gathering. So this also we're going to darshan in the same basic fashion that you can't have both HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Avodah Zarah. Gemara continues, Amar Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani. Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani said, Kimati Rabbi Yonasan lahai kra. When Rabbi Yonasan came to this pasuk of Masechet Tzara Keskanes, Bachi, he cried. Amar, he said, Man dichsiv bei. The one who it says about him, Kones Kaneid Me Hayom, that he's able to gather up the sea, meaning HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Nasis lo Masechet Tzara, a Masechet, an idol, becomes a Tzara to him. A Tzara is like a co-wife. The two wives, each one is jealous of the other. So now here we have a situation of serving both HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the Avodah Zarah. That's the reference to Avodah Zarah. And the Gemara continues, Gilei Arayos. What's the source that Gilei Arayos was one of the reasons of the destruction of the first Beis HaMikdash? Tichsiv, like the pasuk says, Vayomer Hashem, Hashem says, Yan ki gava b'no Sion, because the daughters of Sion are arrogant, v'atelachnan and to Yazgarun, v'sakros einayim, haloch v'tafov telachnu v'raglein ta'achsena. The idea of all these parts of the pasuk is they walk in an arrogant fashion, and the Gemara is going to explain each line. So Yan kigavu b'nosian, what does it mean that they walk kigavu? Shayu mahalchus arucha b'tzad kitzara. They would have a tall girl would walk next to a short girl. The idea was the taller girl would want to stick out, become attractive. V'atelachnan etuyas garon. What does it mean outstretched necks? Shayu mahalchus b'koma zakufa. They would walk very upright. U'misakros einayim. What does it mean that they did with their eyes? To have a malion kochla and they would put makeup all over their eyes. Haluch v'tafav telachna she'u mahalchus ekev b'tzad godel. They would walk in a fashion where they would walk with the heel by the front to the front of the next foot, meaning again in an arrogant fashion. Uvraglein tachsena. Amr Rabbi Yitzchak, what is uvraglein tachsena? She'u mevios mor v'afarsimon u'manichos b'menalein. They would take fragrances and they would put it in their shoes. When they reached the Bachurei Yisrael, the young men of Israel, Boatos, they would kick their shoes. It would go within them and it would cause the Yetzer Hara to start. Like the venom of a viper, that's what they would do. So again, you see from here, this is an idea of Gilei Arayos. And Shvichas Damim, how do you know murder was one of the causes of the destruction of the first Beis HaMikdash? T'chsiv, like the pasuk says, V'gam dam noki shafach Menashe harbe meod. Menashe spilled a lot of innocent blood, ad asher milayas Yerushalayim pelepeh, until it filled Yerushalayim from mouth to mouth. Aval Mikdash Sheni, but when it came to Mikdash Sheni, Shayu Oskin b'Torah of mitzvahs and gemilas chasadim, where they did Torah, mitzvahs and gemilas chasadim, Mimnei Macharav, why was it destroyed? Mimnei Shahaisabo Sinas Chinam, because they had baseless hatred. L'lamedcha, and this comes to teach you, Shashkula Sinas Chinam, Keneged Shalosh Averos, that Sinas Chinam is equal to the three major Averos, Avodah Zarah, Gilei Arayos, and Shvichas Damim, to Avodah Zarah, Gilei Arayos, and Shvichas Damim. This next part, some take out, we will read it. Rishoyim Hayu, they were Rishoyim. Elashatalu bitchonim b'HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but they trusted in God. Asan l'mikdash rishon. That's a reference to mikdash rishon. In other words, they were Rishoyim, but they trusted in God. Dechsiv, like it says, Rasha b'shochad yishpotu v'choaneh b'mechir yoru. They were full of corruption. Unuviyeh b'chesef yiksomu, full of corruption and bribery. V'al Hashem yishanu, but they relied on Hashem. Lamor saying, Halo Hashem b'kirbeinu, is Hashem not among us? Lo savo aleinu ra, evil will not befall us. Lafika chevi alein HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought upon them gimel gezeirus keneged gimel aveirus shabiyadim. There were three decrees corresponding to their three aveirus, gilei arayos, avodah zarah, gilei arayos, and shvichas damim. Shenemar, like the pasuk says, lachein beglalchem tzion sada techrash v'Yerushalayim ayin tia v'harabayis levamos yor. So those are three different things. Tzion will be plowed over like a field. Yerushalayim, a similar idea. Harabayis, a similar idea. Those three keneged the three aveirus. The Gemara says, "Uva mikdash rishon lahava sinas chinam." Is it true that in mikdash rishon there was no sinas chinam? V'aksib, but the pasuk says, "Megurei el cherev hayu esami." They will be cast before the sword with my nation. Lachein, therefore, svok el yarech, strike the thigh. What does this pasuk mean? V'yomer Rebbe Elazar says, Elu b'nei adam. The pasuk refers to people she'ochlin v'shosin zem zeh, that they eat and they drink with one another. They're together with one another. However, v'dokrin zeh zeh b'charbus shebelashonim. They pierce one another with the swords of their tongues. Meaning, you see, they speak bad about each other. There is sinas chinam in the first Beis HaMikdash. So the Gemara says, Hahi b'Nesiya Yisrael havoy. That pasuk was only talking about the Nesiya Yisrael. It wasn't all the people. T'chsiv, like the pasuk says, Zoak v'Hillel ben Adam ki yoisa ba'ami v'tanya Zoak v'Hillel ben Adam. The Brisa says, what does this pasuk mean? Zoak v'Hillel ben Adam. It means Yochel Akol. Maybe it means it refers to everybody. Talmud lomar hi b'chol Nesiya Yisrael. The pasuk goes on to say it was b'chol Nesiya Yisrael. It was the Nesiya Yisrael who were involved in this Avera, not everybody. And this pasuk, Za'ak v'Hillel ben Adam, scream out. Ben Adam, that is the beginning of the pasuk that we just quoted of Meguri al Cherev. So the idea is, again, those who are speaking ill is a reference specifically to the Nesiya Yisrael. And the Gemara continues, Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Elazar Damri Tarvayu. Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Elazar both say, Rishonim sheniskala avonam niskala ketzam. The first ones where their sin was revealed, so the end of the destruction was revealed as well. Achronim, but the later ones, Shalom nisgala avonam, where the sins are not revealed, lo nisgala kitzam, so the end is not revealed as well. And Rashi explains, shenisgala avonim, what does it mean the sin is revealed in the first Beis HaMikdash? Lo yamachasin peshem, it means they didn't cover up their sins. Therefore, nisgala kitzam, their end is also revealed, meaning, lefi melos lebavel, shivim shana efkod eschem, the pasuk says, after 70 years of exile, you'll be remembered, you'll be redeemed. Achronim lo nisgala avonim, but the second Beis HaMikdash, their sin was not revealed, meaning B'nai Mikdash Sheni Rishayim Hoy B'Seiser. They were wicked in secret, they didn't reveal their sin, and therefore the end of that Golus is not revealed as well. The Gemara continues, Amar Rabbi Yochanan says, Tovat Tzipornin Shal Rishonim Mikureiso Shal Achronim. The fingernails of those in the first Beis HaMikdash was greater than the bellies of those in the second Beis HaMikdash, meaning the earlier generations were greater. Amar le Reish Lakish, so Reish Lakish said to Rabbi Yochanan, Adrav, on the contrary, Achronim Adifa, the later ones are greater. Afa Gav Diko Shivan Malchias, even though we find that we're in Shivan Malchias, we're subjugated by other nations, Kwaski b'Torah, they still learn Torah. Amar le, so Rabbi Yochanan said back to Reish Lakish, Bira Tochiach, the Beis HaMikdash itself should be a proof against you. Shechazru l'Rishon, because the Beis HaMikdash was returned for the early generations. Meaning, after the destruction of the first Beis HaMikdash, the second Beis HaMikdash was rebuilt. V'lo chazru la'achronim, but now the Beis HaMikdash has not returned, so it shows that we are not on as high of a level. And the Gemara continues, Shalu es Rebbe Elazar, they asked Rebbe Elazar this question, Rishonim gedolim or Achronim gedolim? Was the early generations greater, or are the later generations greater? Amar Lahem, he said to them, Tenuei Nechem Bevira, look for the Beis HaMikdash, meaning again, the early generations were clearly better because they had a Beis HaMikdash. Ika Diamri, some have a slightly different version. Amar Lahem, he said to them, a Dechem Bira, your witness is the Beis HaMikdash. If you see the Beis HaMikdash, that's the witness that it is a greater generation. The Gemara continues, Reish Lakish Avisachi Biyardana, Reish Lakish was swimming in the Yarden, Asa Rabba Bar Bachana came, Yoav Layad, gave him his hand. Amar Lei said to him, God hates you. He's referring to the fact that Rav Bar Bachana was from Bavel, and he didn't want to take his hand. Why? What's the problem being from Bavel? Because the pasuk says, if it's a wall, we'll build upon it with silver. And if it's a door, then we'll build upon it with cedar wood. And what does the pasuk mean? The pasuk means as follows. If you would have been like a wall, all of you from Bavel would have all come up in the times of Ezra. Then the second Beis HaMikdash would have been like silver. There would be no rat among it, meaning the revelation of Hashem's presence would have been full. But Achshav now, Shalisam Kedelosus, that you went up to Eretz Yisrael like doors, Nimshaltam Ke'erez, you're like cedar, Sheharekev Sholed Bo, that the rat rules over it, so you're not going to have the full revelation of the Shekhinah. My Erez, and what does it mean Erez? In what way is cedar wood, does it rat? Amar Ula says Sasmagor. It refers to Sasmagor, which is the worm which causes the cedar to rat. The Gemara continues, my Sasmagor, what's the reference here of Sasmagor in terms of the revelation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shechina? What was missing in the second Beis HaMikdash, or what was there in the second Beis HaMikdash but was missing? Amar Rabbi Abba Baskol. Rabbi Abba said there was still a Baskol. In other words, the point is, they did have Baskol in the times of the second Beis HaMikdash, but they did not have full Nevuah. Keretanya, as the Brisa says, Mishamesu Neviim HaAchronim, when the later Neviim died, Chagai, Zechariah, Malachi, meaning the last Neviim died, Chagai, Zechariah, Malachi, Nistalka Ruach HaKodesh Yisrael, Ruach HaKodesh was gone from Yisrael, Vadayan Hayu Mishtamshin Bevaskol, but they still used Baskol. So in other words, there was some divine presence, but they didn't have the Ruach HaKodesh from the first Beis HaMikdash. So the Gemara now asks, Reish Lakish mi mishtoi bahadei Rav Bar Bachana. The story that you had over here, Reish Lakish was swimming in the Yarden, and Rav Bar Bachana came over to him. Would Reish Lakish even speak with Rav Bar Bachana? Reish Lakish was very picky about who he would speak to. You had to be on a certain level. Umar Rabbi Elazar demara da'ara Yisrael have. If Rabbi Elazar, who was the head of Eretz Yisrael, v'lo have mishtoi Reish Lakish bahadei, Reish Lakish wouldn't even speak to him. Demand the mishtoi Reish Lakish bahadei, because they said that somebody who Reish Lakish would speak to b'shuk in the marketplace, yohavu layiska below sahadi, they would do business with such a person without any witnesses to the person's character. Just the fact that Reish Lakish would speak to the person attested to the person's character. So bahadei Rav Bar Bachana mishtoi. So do you think that he would speak to Rav Bar Bachana? The story doesn't make sense, the Gemara says. So the Gemara says, Amar Papa says, Shadi Gavra Beinai. You have to put another person into the story. Change the story a little. O Reish Lakish have it Uzeiri. The story might have been with Reish Lakish and Zeiri. O Rav Bar Bachana have it Rebbe Elazar. Or maybe the story was with Rav Bar Bachana and Rebbe Elazar. In any case, the Gemara continues, Kiyasa Lakami de Rabbi Yochanan. When this came before Rabbi Yochanan, that Reish Lakish had said that the reason why there was less Shechina during the second Beis HaMikdash was because they did not all come up in the times of Ezra, Rabbi Yochanan disagreed. Amar Lei said to him, Lav Hainu Taima. That's not the reason. Inami Sliku Kulu Bimei Ezra. Even if everybody went up at the times of Ezra, lo have a Shari Yeshchina b'Mikdash. There would have been no Shechina in the Mikdash. That's learned from a pasuk. Because the pasuk says, Yafta Lokim Yefes v'Yishkon B'Alei Shem. It says Yefes will get, but God will only dwell, the Shechina will only dwell in the tents of Shem. And we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Yud Amud Aleph.